Thank you so much for being here today. Happy New Year to everyone. We are recording this webinar, and the webinar will be available. I will give directions all the way at the end for those of you who would like to have access to the slides. Well, I wonder how many of you actually were able to do some New Year's resolutions or goals, and I wonder how many of you follow up and follow through on all of them. Well, statistically, only 8% of people actually achieve their New Year's resolutions or their New Year's goals, according to some research that I found on the internet. Now, how many of you, I wonder, are here because you want to grow your business in 2017? Meaning you don't want to just stay status quo, or you don't want to remain where you've been. You want to either grow, but more importantly, you know specifically, is it by 10%, 20%, 50%, 100%? Well, today we're going to be sharing with you a bit of what I call a freeview xoominar. What that means is I'm giving you a peek into a live and upcoming event that we'll be sharing with Nova Southeastern University next Tuesday, January the 10th. For those of you who are local in the South Florida area, you know that Nova Southeastern University is located around the Fort Lauderdale area. And we'll be sharing this starting at 6 p.m. next Tuesday, January the 10th, 2017. But today I'm going to give you a sneak preview into what we'll be discussing there at great length. And the reason why is because many people have asked for this particular topic. But once again, I want to just say congratulations for you taking time out of your busy schedule to invest in yourself, in your business, and in your prosperity for 2017. We did some research and looked around to research conducted by different marketing companies as it pertains to some of the top business challenges that business owners and businesses were facing in 2016. And here is a summary of what we found. Lack of money and lack of time, specifically for small business owners, is one of the greatest challenges that were faced by many small business owners, many entrepreneurs in 2016. So much so that there were many studies that indicated that because of this, many small business owners and entrepreneurs were experiencing excessive amounts of burnout. The next one, as it pertains to marketing specifically, increasing website visibility. So this is interesting because research indicates that while many more people are making sure that they have an online presence through a website, they surveyed people who had websites to see if they were getting a lot of website traffic. And what they found is that they were not getting website traffic. And then those that did not know whether or not they were actually getting website traffic, they didn't know because they were not even using the free tool from Google Analytics, to really see if there was any website traffic at all. And of course, those that were using Google Analytics were able to actually tell and notice that they were not getting an ongoing quality of prospects or leads visiting their website. Among the other things were generating client leads from social media. So this is interesting because social media, specifically today we're going to talk about Facebook, has been going through many, many changes. And of course, if you did not know, with Facebook last year at this time changing the algorithm, that less and less people could organically see your post. And of course, what that meant for small business owners who were not paying to play on social media was that less and less people were actually seeing their business posts. So the research indicates that of all your quote-unquote fans, or friends or people who liked your business page, only between 2 to no more than 20% of that entire total amount of people are actually even seeing your post. So because of that, generating client leads from social media for your business has dramatically decreased, if you ever had any. And of course, along with that was this whole issue of producing quality content that people actually engage with, that they thought it was interesting. And of course, there's always a challenge of keeping up with the latest trends and technology because, as we know, technology is always changing. So what results should you be expecting from email marketing? And today we're going to be talking about combining email marketing with specifically Facebook Live. So I hope all of you know that this is what you should be expecting. First and foremost, you should be expecting to attract new clients. You should be able to amplify your brand awareness and visibility even greater than if you did either one of these alone. If you were to choose because you lack the time or the money to actually invest in both social media marketing and email marketing, then the suggestion is that you invest in email marketing. Email marketing is by far more cost effective than social media, and also by far more effective as far as the numbers, because with the changes in social media, specifically Facebook, with only about 2% of people actually being able to even see a post, that means that you're not getting the brand awareness and visibility that you were even 2 years ago, even a year ago. So that becomes something that email marketing can absolutely do for you. Because even if someone does not open, read, and click through your email, at the very least, specifically with Constant Contact at a 99% deliverability rate, you can actually have someone see that you have indeed emailed them, and so they could see your brand. Whereas with Facebook, you may not always. Drive web traffic. There is a lot of research as to the inability of many businesses to be unable to drive web traffic from social media. How do you do that? Well, with email marketing, we have a strategy that we have put in place where email marketing will help you drive some web traffic. Lead generation, of course, I'm going to be talking to you about this concept that I've created called Attract, Capture, Retain. And the first part of it is attracting prospects into your sales funnel. Increasing sales or upsales is a big deal with email marketing, because once you're nurturing and keeping people that have been your clients or are your clients in the loop, giving them value information through your email marketing, then statistically with the research, it shows that you are more able to do an upsell or keep them, where that's number 7, increase the retention, and of course, get referrals. So all of these are the things as far as results that you should be expecting from your email marketing, because for one, we here have proven that to be true and factual, and also because there's tons of research alluding to that fact. My goal here today is that you will feel empowered to grow your business this year by leveraging both email marketing from Constant Contact along with Facebook Live videos so that you can create better results. Now, there are several of you, most of you are currently using Constant Contact. Some of you are not. If you're not using Constant Contact, at the end, make sure to stay with me and I will give you information, and you'll be able to get the slide deck as well as information onto my specific offer for Constant Contact for those of you that either are ready to get started or at the very least want to try it. But a lot of you may have heard some of this information, and you may get to a point where you're like, okay, I know this, and may want to quit on yourself from staying all the way to the end. Well, what I'm going to tell you is listen to everything I want to share with you. Take the best. Even if you've heard the best but have not implemented, then make sure you make notes so that you could implement it. It's a new year, it's a new opportunity for you to start doing things that benefit your business. And then whatever you don't like or you don't agree with, then just leave it behind and don't worry about it. Just use whatever you feel that's going to work for you, for your business, and for your goals. Remembering always, I love this quote from Steve Jobs that said, if today were the last day of your life, would you want to do what you're about to do today? Meaning, if this is your last chance to get your business going the way you always dreamed about when you first started, or maybe when you wrote at the end of last month your goals and your resolutions for 2017. Are you happy with your strategic marketing plan? Are you happy with your overall marketing plans to grow your business? And are you happy with what you're doing today? Because really, this is a really insightful question. You know, for those of us that are entrepreneurs, we know that this saying is so very true for us. Yes, as entrepreneurs, we have to sacrifice a lot. And it seems like, you know, you've heard the blood, tears, and sweat. Yes, it's very true that at times it feels very real. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and that's why the question from Steve Jobs, would you want to be doing this a year from now, 2, 3, 10 years from now? I'm hoping you're saying yes. But perhaps you're here today because you're frustrated. You're frustrated because you haven't been getting the results you wanted. Maybe because, as the research indicates, you lack the money and the time. And of course, time equals money, so it's all the same. So perhaps you have been able to delegate to a consultant, a marketing company, a marketing agency, but still are not happy with the results. So perhaps you're here today because you're frustrated. Well, you've come to the right place. I want you to keep calm, because I am the email marketing queen. And I am the email marketing queen not only because I was crowned back in 2015 as the email marketing queen based on a factor of me doing more constant contact email marketing presentations, along with really practicing email marketing since 2008. So I am a local authorized expert speaker for Constant Contact. I'm not an employee of theirs. I'm an expert partner speaker. And I'm also a Constant Contact solution provider, which means is that I am regularly trained monthly to know the latest and greatest, not just in email marketing with Constant Contact, but email marketing as a whole. And of course, I'm always being trained on digital marketing so that I understand how to leverage email marketing with other forms of digital marketing. And so I'm very, very happy to share with you that I've had this partnership and this relationship with Constant Contact since 2008. So I not only speak, I not only teach, but I practice it. So I'm not just talking theory today. And I tell you that because one of the things that I developed is called the xoominar marketing system. And it's called marketing because it's the alignment of sales with marketing to be able to attract, capture, and retain clients for life. And with email marketing, you are able to do all three of these things. And of course, you always want to add other components. That's why you see that there are many different ways of you leveraging email marketing with different tools. What we do here at xoominar, which is my company, and I am the partner company with Constant Contact, is we help create email content that we can share on your Facebook specifically, but you can share on all social media. We're able to put this as a blog content for your website if it's a WordPress website. And if you do not have a website, or if you do have a website that's not WordPress, we create a lead capture page so we can help you attract, capture, and retain leads and clients for life. And not only me being involved as a partner with Constant Contact is a big differentiator, but also because here at xoominar we guaranteed results. And if you want to find out more about what specifically we guarantee, please make sure to email us or visit our website or call us, and we'll be more than happy to share with us why we feel so confident about doing something that most marketing people, marketing consultants, marketing managers, marketing agencies will not do, and that is to guarantee results. Now, why are you here today? I hope you have a very specific answer in terms of I need to learn this and this is what I want and these are my plans. Because the more specific you are, the more you'll be able to achieve those results that you want. When you're kind of weak or not sure or not specific enough in your goals, most of the time when you don't know what you want, then more likely than not, you won't get it because you're not being specific enough. So I hope you're very specific as to what you need. And I mean not just the money, because yes, we need the money. That's the reason why we went into business, to generate an income, to generate profits. And that's the difference. You just don't want to make a living. You want to make a life if you are in your own business. So perhaps you're here today because you need to generate new client leads or better clients. Maybe you need to generate better clients. At the end of the day, when everything is said and done, I believe that what you need the most is really a growth strategy. That's what you really want. And that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how to grow your business now in 2017. And why is this important? Well, as I mentioned, without a clear growth strategy that is very specific as far as numbers, in terms of in how many months, what you need to do, by when, how much money, then you're not going to succeed. So developing a plan is important. And of course, more important than just developing a plan is implementing. I know people like to attend many webinars and they're filled with knowledge that unfortunately, just like the 8% who actually achieve their New Year's resolutions, only perhaps around that same number actually implement all the knowledge that they've acquired to grow their business. So I hope that today you will decide that you will put all this knowledge into practice to grow your business. Let's examine, before we move forward, what has been your current strategy. Has your current strategy been kind of a hit or miss? Or perhaps you're one of the companies that have invested too much money on outbound advertising. What do I mean by that? Telemarketing, cold calling. Perhaps you've invested too much money on doing branding things like putting newspaper ads, which, few people read newspaper ads. Or perhaps you are a well-known brand and you have the budget to invest in TV, whether local or national, and perhaps you're not tracking what is the actual result of that type of outbound marketing. Or maybe overall you're just not satisfied with the results, the outcomes that your business generated in 2016, and you're sick and tired of feeling disappointed at how much you've invested your time, your energy, your money, which is all one and the same, into doing marketing that just has not gotten what you had in your written strategic marketing plan. But even if you don't have a strategic marketing plan, which, by the way, we all must have a strategic marketing plan, because when we write something, we could review it, we could go back, we could tweak it, we could improve it, and more importantly, at the end of the year, we could check it off and see what worked, what didn't, and what do I need to improve. But perhaps you've done that and you have it all written down and you've been clicking through it and checking it off and seeing, and now you realize that you have not been attracting your most ideal clients. So what do you need to do? What is going to be your strategy then? Well, it all depends on you. I know that in the time that I've been involved in the business of marketing, I have met three types of people. I've met people who make things happen. I've met people who just kind of sit around and watch things happen. And of course, there are those that wonder, what the heck happened? And I hope that you are a person who makes things happen. You know, Napoleon Hill, in his famous book, Think and Grow Rich, said it best. You must create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once, whether you're ready or not, to put it into action. So I hope today you have the right mindset to get started. You know who your ideal client is. You understand, more importantly, what your ideal client needs from you, what you have that they want. And then, of course, today we're going to share with you one strategy, how to leverage Facebook Live with constant contact email marketing. My friends, do you know of tools that you could actually invest in that will cost you just about 4 cents per lead? Well, of course, you're here, and you know I'm referring to constant contact email marketing specifically. Some of you may have said your business card, which is true. You could get per business card 4 cents, but constant contact email marketing is just 4 cents per lead or per client. So doesn't it make sense to understand that email marketing is far from dead? It has not been killed off by social media. Quite the contrary. It should work better with social media. I want to share with you some quick statistics in terms of research with regards to the return on investment, the results of email marketing when done correctly. Did you know that email is 40 times more effective at acquiring new customers than Facebook? Makes you think, right? Did you know that when you use email plus social media, you get a 73% more customer engagement, 57% more new customers when you leverage both of these together, and 39% more business referrals? So now, doesn't it make sense that you leverage both and that you leverage it correctly so that you could actually see a greater return on your marketing dollar? Absolutely. If you need further proof, this is research from November of 2016. It was just released. And as you can see, email marketing is one of the channels that most marketers who work with B2B companies are using because of the impact on revenue that you see that it has the greatest impact at 8.3, only beaten by word of mouth, which, by the way, that's why I love email marketing, because you can leverage email marketing perfectly with word of mouth and get more referrals, which is what I indicated to in the beginning. Furthermore, here back again in August, we see how effective for lead generation email marketing is. And why do I mention that? Well, because I just said in the first slide that we could definitely leverage email marketing to get more referrals from existing customers. But did you know that you could also use it as a lead generation tool? Yes, absolutely. And there is a way to do it right. And that's what you want to be doing. I want to share with you now a very specific case of showing the results of email marketing on a gym, an exercise facility here in South Florida. This is an actual, real customer person that used email marketing to leverage their sales for Cyber Monday. As you can see, they were tracking these on Google Analytics, which I spoke about briefly in the beginning, and how important it is for you to track everything. Constant contact email marketing tracks the email marketing open rates and all that. I'll show you that in a second. But for driving traffic and generating leads and seeing the sales and where they came from, you should definitely be leveraging Google Analytics, which is still, there's a basic component of it that is still free, so you should leverage it because more and more people are using it, and it's going to become very costly. So make sure that you have it installed in your website. If you don't know how, make sure to email me at marketing@xoomin, and I'll share with you how you can either do it yourself, have your website person do it for you, or we can help you with it. So the return on investment on the brick and mortar sale was $13,000 on Cyber Monday. This past Cyber Monday I'm referring to. Online sales, they had 700 people sign up for personal training or for the gym itself, and total Cyber Monday sales were $13,700. Isn't that beautiful? This is actual results of an actual email marketing campaign that was tracked via Google Analytics. So you see, I wanted to show you proof that email marketing works more so than regular email. Because on the left, you see that's a regular email. And what's the problem with that? Besides the fact, by the way, that no one will read it, there's a lot of problems with it. There's no visual, and most of us are visual, and there's no way of me tracking it. So if you're sending Gmail, even your Outlook email, most people, if you send something as long as this is, they won't even read it. So it makes sense to do email for business with email marketing, with an email marketing tool like Constant Contact, where at the very least you can actually track what's going on, who's opening, who's reading, where are they watching. Also that you're keeping with the spam laws, anti-spam laws, because you give people the option to unsubscribe. But even before you decide that you're going to send an email, you should have a strategy. You should have a plan. This is how we look at when we work with companies that want to hire us to actually do their email marketing. We like to track the results. We like to see what is the plan. And there's an actual strategy. And furthermore, it's not just about the strategy. Now we got to look at how does the email look? What type of subject line are we including? Who is the email being sent for? What type of pre-header text are we using to entice the viewer of this email on their mobile device specifically? Are they recognizing the company, the logo? Are we communicating effectively through images? All these things are things that we consider when we work with our customers to really get a great return on their marketing dollar. So most of you perhaps are missing putting your social media on your email marketing. Or maybe you're writing more than 20 lines. Maybe you have a beautiful template, but you have a whole bunch of text. And unfortunately, Constant Contact research shows that people are more likely to read or engage when you have less. So less is more. So are you taking all that into consideration when you're doing your email marketing? And then when you're doing it, are you actually looking at the numbers? We talked about Google Analytics, and I mentioned to you that Constant Contact has their own reporting and analytics. And this is something when you work with us at xoomin as a client and we're doing email marketing for you, we are always on top of, so that each and every month the results are greater. And what results are we talking about? We're not just talking about our open, because open is very important, the open rates. People tell me, no, I want to make sure I get great open rates. Well, what is the industry average? Depending on your industry, Constant Contact will let you know. If you look and you see that here to the right side, you can see select an industry. You can look at your industry and compare what is your open rate to that of the industry. How are you? Are you above average with the industry? Are you below average? But more importantly than open rates, which of course we like and we want more people to open it, because as we mentioned earlier, that has branding visibility. So at the very least, maybe once to twice a month that you're sending these emails, people are reminded of your company, which is good. What we look at the most is click-through rates. Now you may be wondering, why is that more important? Because in fact it is. Because, as I mentioned earlier, research indicates, and you heard it here from me, Evie, the email marketing queen, that unfortunately people do not read, and they do not read emails. Yes, they do not read emails. What do? They kind of glance, they go through them, they scan them. So that's why it's important to look at click-throughs. Click-throughs are the one and only way that we can tell if someone was actually interested in any part, in any portion, in any piece, in anything at all in that email. So you have to look at the report section of your constant contact dashboard and look, how many people actually clicked and who was it and what was it that they clicked through, because that's a great indicator of what your list of people in your constant contact are actually interested. What did you share that was interesting with them? And of course, when we work with our clients here at Zoom, we're constantly looking at the industry average, but we're also looking at your average and looking at how you're increasing that average month to month. How can we improve? What is most important to your clients or your prospects? Because what we do also is called segmentation. You cannot do this thing that we used to do in the past called email blast. Here at Zoom Inbound Marketing, we have totally canceled that word from our vocabulary. First of all, blast, nobody wants to be blasted, but not everyone is the same. So if you're not segmenting your list according to their interests, separating them, whether they're a client, a loyal client, a one-time client, or a prospect, then you're doing a great disservice to you and, of course, to the people on your list. And more likely than not, people are unsubscribing or they stop opening your email and haven't unsubscribed because they're not even paying attention to you anymore. So you want to make sure that you're vigilant and are always looking at the click-through rates and are always looking at where can I improve, where can I do better, how can I increase the click-through rate. And of course, I mentioned to you that we're going to be talking about how to leverage this powerful tool of constant contact with Facebook, specifically today, Facebook and Facebook Live video. I am sure you know that Facebook is the largest social media network. But did you know that 79% of all adults who use the internet are now using Facebook? So that is why I put great emphasis here at Zoom In for our customers specifically, and more importantly, if you're a business who is targeting consumers, direct to consumers, you absolutely want to be on Facebook. If you don't have the budget and you're doing your business plus you're doing your marketing yourself and you don't have the time, then focus in one. I would say focus in Facebook. Specifically, if you are a direct-to-consumer product or solution, because you'll get more people there. You'll be able to have a more branding visibility on Facebook. Now, I took this directly from Facebook.com because a lot of time people still think the old-fashioned way. They think that if you have a lot of fans on your business page, that you're doing good. Well, if you recall, I mentioned to you that a year ago at this time, the algorithms in Facebook changed, where now fewer people can see your organic post, which means as low as just 2% of your total fan base. So figure if you have 1,000 fans, only 2% of those are actually viewing it. So because of that, Facebook has said that that unto itself is not good enough. So you have to do much more than that. So BuzzSumo analyzed more than 800 million posts from 2016 to look at what were the most recent and most engaging posts. And why is that important? Because if people are not engaging, and what I mean by that, in order of importance, from least to most important, liking, commenting, and sharing, then really you're wasting your time on Facebook. Because even if you had 1 million people who liked your Facebook page and who were your quote-unquote fans, only 1% are actually seeing your post. So you're getting low engagement as it is because of the algorithm change. So you have to think beyond that. So how can you get them engaging, moving from liking to commenting to, most importantly, sharing, having them share your content on their walls? You have to have questions, images, videos. Videos were, according to the latest research on Facebook Business, the more likely to be shared, which, as I mentioned, is what you want as far as the greater importance for engagement. And directly from Facebook Live, it says people spend more than 3 times watching a Facebook Live video. And when you put and go live on Facebook, Facebook gives you priority. So more people are actually watching you. There's more brand visibility. It is a great opportunity for you to share something of value, have an offer or call to action, and get people's emails into your constant contact database. And you need to do it right. There is a strategy for having success on Facebook Live. Why do you need it? Because, as I mentioned, video now on Facebook has greater organic search and reach than photos. Photos used to be huge, but a lot of people who like to just post photos have moved on to their sister platform, Instagram. So if you want to really leverage Facebook, you must do Facebook Live video. And once again, I like to always prove. That's why I Zoom in inbound marketing, we guarantee results because we prove to you what we've done ourselves. Because I'm not just a teacher, okay? I put into practice everything and then I teach it. As you can see, on December 21st, that's a picture of me, a Facebook Live in our office here at Serendipity Labs in Aventura. And as you can see, this had 283 views because I did it on Facebook Live video. Furthermore, I had another interview that I conducted with my community, my group that I created called Hispanopreneur, and I had 328 views on that page. That's a group page, and I reached, what does it say there, 900 or 860 people. So talk about not just branding visibility, because under this, what we found is a lot of comments and a lot of shared. This was a great tool for increasing the email list for women entrepreneurs and those that are targeting Hispanic women business owners. This was a great Facebook Live that we did. So what I share with you, I share because this is proof that if it worked for me, it can totally and will work for you once you do it correctly. So now, if you don't have, I always say, what do you have more, time or money? So if you have more time than money, you cannot at this time afford to hire us, then here is a basic Facebook Live strategy. You want to make sure that you announce ahead of time that you're going to be on Facebook Live. You want to send email notifications to your list so they can log on. You want to, of course, basically make sure you have a good wireless connection, because you can do it on a laptop, but it requires other products that have an extra cost. So for now, you want to do it for free, you could do it on your mobile device. So you got to make sure you have good wireless connection. You want to tell your audience to follow. You want to give shout outs. So if you send email notification and some of your clients are on, give them a shout out. Say hello, announce their company. Why? A, they're going to feel good. B, they're going to stay on with you for the remainder of the live video. And more importantly, at the end, they're going to be so happy they're going to share it with people on their Facebook wall, and that's what you want. Make sure that you stay for a significant amount of time. Not too long, not too little. I have some ideas on some research for us. we still don't know what works better because both of those particular Facebook Live videos that we did were about 20 minutes long. So, but there is some research, but you want to go longer than a minute. Have topics and key points in mind. What we found, me specifically doing Facebook Live, even on my personal page, for silly things like my New Year's gathering, that did not get as much interest as those other Facebook Live episodes that I did, one with the City of Aventura Commissioner and the other one with one of our customers who was talking about specific things within her business that got the most engagement. So you have to have a plan. You can't just say, whatever, this is what I'm going to do. Now, I know that this is just a little bit of information, and I noticed that there are many people on this webinar, or we call them xoominars at Zoomin, that are not local here in the Miami, South Florida area. So you may not be able to attend our live event coming up next Tuesday, January 10th, at Nova Southeastern University. So if you're not, your other option could be to join us online in the School of Email Marketing and more, because these and more topics are the things that we teach, educate, train, and help you implement. As some of the topics that you can see here, not only do we talk about how to leverage email marketing with social media, we talk about how to close more sales with email marketing. We talk about creating call to action. We talk about graphic design. So if you're not local in the South Florida area and cannot attend our live event where we're going to go in depth, and you're not local, that you can, if you don't know how to join, by the way, just go to the Zoomin website, events, and it's right there. Our event live next Tuesday, January 10th at Nova Southeastern University. Then go online to zoomin.com, the School of Email Marketing, and join us online, and then you can actually take a training with us online. It's 10 sessions to go very in-depth into doing your own marketing, if that's where you are right now in your business. So we go back to the question, what kind of person are you? Are you someone who makes things happen? If you are, I hope you take action today. Decide what is the best action for you. Decide how do you want this year to be much more than you had last year. Plan your work and work your plan. Remember, you must have a plan of action if you want to be successful. If you want to work with us, we have different packages that we offer if you are ready to delegate the work to us, because perhaps you do have the budget and you don't have the time and you want to focus more on growing your business by actually selling and providing your particular products and services, then feel free to call us today at 786-529-1519 or email us at marketing@zoomin, and we'll go over our different client packages. Depending on your budget, we have 3 packages, very affordable packages that we will help you with your email marketing plus more, where we take over all that function for you, and of course we guaranteed results. So if that's where you are today, I hope you take action and visit our website at zoomin.com. If you're not ready, at the very least, I hope that you will be kind enough to follow us on Facebook and on social media, on Twitter, on LinkedIn at Zoomin. That's the name of our company, Zoomin. We are happy that you joined us today. We look forward to hearing from you. We are here to help you grow your business in 2017. So if you're ready to grow your business today, make sure you reach out to us by visiting our website at zoomin.com, or feel free to call us at 786-529-1519. I'm wishing you a very prosperous new year. The best is yet to come, but only to those who take action and move forward. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic day. Bye.